Uh, Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, but I want to talk about something that I have, how do I say this, how I've been going through, and it's something that has deeply affected me and my channel in general, and most of you can actually physically see it. I haven't uploaded in a while, and except for that review of the Super Customized Zaku, which was a few days ago, I guess, or if I can remember. But I do need to say one thing, and well, actually multiple things. Uh, First of all, what is shit that has happened in the past few months and even last year. Last year during the pandemic, I barely made enough videos to actually support my channel itself because having to like make videos off of kits I bought, just building them, like I'm not used to having a shit ton of responsibility. I'm only used to having responsibility of like my household chores, my schoolwork, having my schoolwork, and uh, a family life and personal family life as well. It's and I also and that's part of what I have to say, but over the past few months and weeks, well, mainly these past few months since the beginning of this year, I had a falling out with one of my friend groups, and a big chunk of them, actually, just my friend group in general. I never had any real, like, second backup friends to actually be with, other than Izzy, Shadow. Cal barely talks, so he's part of that as well. And just some kids I talk to very less around the neighborhood, and that's basically all I had to talk to, basic in general. It's just after that I've I was blinded. I was heavily blinded by having friends that I didn't see what was actually happening. I was blinded by how they were, by who they were, other than who they actually were. I'm gonna get into that in a bit, but I've a lot of the videos I've made in the past were very low quality, and it and my mental state was just not in the right place during that time. And I heavily hate myself for that, and I beat myself up over it. This, and by this I mean, like, I have the severe fear of failure, meaning it affects everyone else differently, but to me it affects very heavily on who I am as a person and my self-esteem. As a young age, I was heavily bullied, and well, not just heavily bullied, but I'll get into that later, but whatever. But I was heavily bullied before an accident that happened when I was 3 years old. I was always the happy-go-lucky kid, and and I loved making friends. I loved that because I could bring out the type of person inside someone that was deeply hurt on the inside. And I regret that because I feel like could have made this I could have become friends with this one person that was in my grade back in elementary school. But uh, the accident was me being bitten by a black pit bull when I was 4. I know it doesn't sound too a whole big shit or whatever, but look, after that day and all the surgeries and all that, and when I went back to school in person, like of being after healing and such, just seeing that kids and teachers were not taking me, well, not taking, but not treating me like a person. It made me very sad because I wanted to do my best to help others because I wanted that to happen. I didn't want others to hate me for it. And plus, I was just a kid. Like, I was very hated among a lot of my kindergarten teachers and students. It was just too much, and so I developed this part of me that used humor as a way to, I guess, make friends, but it's not an excuse at all. I'm still trying to figure that out myself, and throughout elementary school, I did find a couple of people that I could officially call friends. Uh, a lot of them I'm not gonna name, but some of them I can reference them to. I'm just not gonna say the name in general, but a lot of them actually felt like friends to me. Uh, Again, I'm not gonna use their real names, so I'm just gonna give them fake names. Uh, Leonardo da Vinci, uh, Steve, and that's basically all of it throughout elementary school until middle school, where I found more friends, and I was happy for that because they knew what I went through because they went through the same thing. As in Leonardo da Vinci did not. He grew up in a separate type of family and that was completely different. And in high school, or middle school at least, I I could I saw some old friends and I tried to reconnect with them, and a lot of them pushed me away very heavily to the point where it's like I felt alone once again. And it was too much for me, so I had to start transitioning, finding new friends. And yes, that might sound like no shit, Sherlock, you're supposed to do that. But during that time, my stepmom came into the picture, and no, she came into the picture when I was 7, and that was during elementary school. But throughout middle school, her and my dad got into a lot of fights when they were heavily drunk, and a lot of the times the anger was pointed at me, and it didn't feel like I was being treated the same. And my mentality is that respect isn't earned. It isn't like just given out. It's just it's earned, and my dad has the same ideals as me on that because he taught me that, and still use that to this day. Now into high school. At the start of freshman year back in 2019, I had absolutely zero people to talk to, and I've automatically found me a friend group. But after just a couple of weeks, it swiftly disbanded, and one of my female friends that I had leukemia, and uh, she went to another world because of leukemia, and that greatly affected me because I I didn't know she had it, and it was a punch in the stomach because that friend group I met, they were friends since like the start of middle school. It was just a big punch in my gut, and so they basically stopped talking to them. And then 1 month later, I met this one girl named Izzy. Now she was on the heavier side, but I didn't care for that. I only cared for who she was, like, on the inside, not on the outside. I wanted to know her personality and such, and I mainly bring out that part, like I said earlier, in people a lot, and I swiftly became friends with her, and she was all around just fun and nice to hang out with. And then I met my friend group that I had a falling out earlier this year. They were all okay, but I didn't see that that a lot of them were very, very toxic. I didn't see that at all because we're all just kids in freshman year, just fucking around and shit. But during 2020, during the pandemic, I was at home a lot, and I very little got, and I never went out and saw any people because obviously staying inside and shit. And I took the pandemic very, very seriously. Like, I started playing Minecraft. Like, last year is when I started posting videos of it, along with my gunpla builds. And then when I introduced the idea of my new name that I'll probably not legally change because I still like my real name. It's just I want to use a new name which is the first word of my YouTube channel name, Rico, and that translates to white flower. But one of my friends heavily criticized me for having a name like that, and I just didn't like that he was criticizing me over it over and over every day about it. And I still use Rico as my main go-to name, except for Izzy and Cal. They are the only two people that I trust with knowing my real name because of things I'll get into in a bit. But after my birthday, which was New Year's Eve, which I really wish I made a video about that, uh, everything hit a decline during that time. And I see where they were coming from, and all that, but I didn't think my actions were, and I didn't think that the actions they took and my actions, at least from what they say, and don't think I'm in the wrong here at all. They heavily criticized me on stuff I've seen that I've said in the past, like small jokes that I made at like stupid times of day or whatever. And just a lot of it was from. It wasn't from any bad intentions at all. It was all in like a playful manner, and I think that's what they didn't see or didn't want to think, because they only cared about getting rid of me. And a lot of the jokes that I've said, they took it in the wrong direction and just assumed they were all my jokes were just racist, homophobic. Well, not homophobic. I'm like, I stand against homophobia in general. That's it. Like, I'll get into that homophobia shit later, but they said a lot of shit that was not real of me, and Izzy and Cal are the only two people, along with Leonardo and the my other friend's name. They were like, they don't know about this because they went to a separate school. But Izzy and Cal were the only two people that actually know me. They don't, like, they really know me because I showed more of my real self than those friends. Now, but the homophobia part, I'm actually gonna talk on that later, but a few days or weeks after me being forcibly kicked out of that group, and I said that I need them to create a different group chat without me so I can try and find myself. It sounded like in the tone of the text messages was heavily implied that they wanted me gone because of that. And I disagree on what they said about me being something that I'm not. And I'm not those things, and trust me, like I will never say any racist language at all around certain races, like black people. I won't call them a bad word, even if one of my black friends tells me that I could say a certain bad word that resigns with racism. Same with Asian people and Mexican people and all that. I will not say any of that towards them, and I just think having racism is just a completely stupid idea. Like, what's the point of that? It takes you nowhere in life. And I still stand by that to this day. Like, you can ask anyone I know if I've ever been racist, and they'll always say no, because I never ever be racist. Okay. Now, if I was pushed to actually say something like that, and it was all in good faith, not in good faith, and then after I say it, they take it out of context and such, like just merely in good faith as a playful joke, I will maybe say it. It's a lot of time when I say maybe, it's a no, because obviously I stand against racism. And that's all of it. But now some of them will be commenting on my videos saying oh, you're like, or on this video I'm making, saying, oh, you're being homophobic about this, that, and the other, but I'm not. I'm deeply not. I respect everyone because everyone deserves respect until they actually show themselves. And if they do have a certain amount of respect, and hold on, and if I do give them enough respect and they show their true colors, I'll depend on how much respect that they get. And one of my friends who is a senior and I don't know, and they go by hear them, I respect them deeply. I'm not homophobic towards them because I treat them as a friend. Now, back to the things I've said in the past. That was all in like good faith and like a playful joke. Now, to most people, that might not seem the case because obviously they don't know me enough to know that I say jokes in good faith and all that. And a lot of the videos I've seen disappear was because I wanted to separate myself from that because it was just stupid and wrong. But now that I have that out of the way, I want to talk about my channel in general and its recent, or at least when it went into like that ghost area. Now, when talking about my activity here on YouTube, it's always just been me commenting or watching other people's videos and all that. It was all just me just watching YouTube and that's it. And about that market stuff, I don't like having to buy stuff, build it, and then just posting it up there. I'm like, I want to do more with it. It's just the same thing all over again with every model kit. Like, and G, for example, like I told him I was gonna record myself painting the Unicorn Gundam that I got, but I never did that because I was just too fucking lazy. I'm like, that's it. That's all I could put it out to be. I was just too damn lazy. And I respect Stu G highly, and I respect him as a creator and all that because I saw him as an idol to, like, for me to start making some Gunpla videos, and I'll still do that. It'll be very frequent, and I've noticed that there's more model kit building videos than gaming videos, and that's what I'll start to do to try and grow myself as a person, because I do want to make more video content because obviously my channel name, and I might do some reviews of figures like I'll do less videos about model kits and to do more gaming, and that's what I mainly put myself to, and I want to grow more about gaming itself. But I do have a Twitch channel where if I do stream, that's where I'll mainly do it. That's the only place I'll do it because it's fast, easy, and I don't have to wait like a day ahead of time to actually live stream what I'm doing, because to me that's just stupid. But as in video wise, I'm starting to make a a list of video ideas to make, because and a lot of my viewers aren't actually a lot of my subscribers aren't actually seeing the videos I put out, and I think that's largely because of this thing called a shadow ban. A shadow ban is when a creator doesn't put out any videos, doesn't put out anything for a very long time, but or when YouTube doesn't like them and doesn't promote the videos enough. So it's basically YouTube puts like a little like black cloak or something like that, to where people very rarely see their favorite YouTubers' uploads, and they basically shadow ban, because it could be like a sign saying, "Hey, you're about to get deleted," or "Hey, you're about to be banned," or whatever, something like that. And I don't want that to happen. I want you, the viewer, to find something that I could do. Like, I could do some vlogs or play more video games, something like that. Or I'm about to, probably after I edit this video, I'm probably gonna put out a video of me building or doing something. I don't know. Or maybe do a review of a Transformers. I can go to my nearest comic book store and get a new Transformer to review, because obviously Hasbro is trashy ass. New stuff is way too overpriced. But maybe I can also do some reviews of new movies coming out. Maybe I can even do a review of Morbius, Venom Let There Be Carnage, and others. Just, I want the viewer to give me ideas, because it's mainly the viewers who watch my stuff and they give me ideas or something like that. It's mainly you. All about you giving the YouTuber ideas. And that's what I want to happen. So, come on this video with a video idea about your favorite topic. I'll give it a watch and write my stuff on it. But since I'm here already, why don't I just do one review? Let's see. I just finished watching Star Wars: The Bad Batch, and so far I'm really wanting more seasons, like season 1 or 2, maybe. Wait, season 2 maybe. Come on, Disney, give it to us. So far I actually like it. I think at the end of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the one that we all know from 2010, 2011, something like that. I want that to. I think it starts there and then it continues throughout the Bad Batch season 1, and they're all. The main cast is just amazing. Hunter is an amazing leader. Needs some help on making decisions, but also helps his little family going on, and I like that. I like that a lot. As for art and style, I like it because it goes back to the original days of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it right as Episode 1 picks up. It picks up right when Palpatine gives off Order 66, and that's the only thing I'm going to spoil. But I like it a lot